place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find that's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
Slow or smelly drains can become a plumbing emergency fast. Get Pipe Wrench's $99 drain clearing guaranteed to work or it's free. Our plumbers arrive the same day to get things flowing again. Schedule your $99 drain clearing today at PipeWrench.com. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is
It's time for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Well, good morning. How are you this morning? Thanks for tuning in to Wake Up with Witcher. It's 8 o'clock. Grab your cup of coffee. By the way, we still don't have a kitchen, so I don't really have coffee mugs. We're just doing everything in the bathtub, cleaning all of our dishes in the bathtub. But we've got, for those of you that have been following along with our kitchen renovation, which has been basically here on this platform on Wake Up with Witcher, we got our stove installed. Hey, we got that going, right? All right. More on that, of course. I'll be showing you the post kitchen renovations coming up as soon as it gets completed. Probably another 2 weeks, though, unfortunately. Anyways, good morning, Dwayne. We got Denise, Sheena, Eva, Missy, Julie, Laura, Julie. How was the concert last night? Was it pretty awesome? Hopefully you had a good night last night at the concert. And, of course, I celebrated Abby Ham's last day yesterday. It was nice to have her on the show yesterday as well. All right, for those of you that just want the forecast, we'll talk details about our lives coming up here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and take you back outside. I want to show you a time lapse first. This is from yesterday. Remember we had those morning clouds hanging out. Now, I didn't think the clouds were going to stick around all day long, but I did post if the clouds stick around, our temperatures don't warm up as much, and then we have a better potential for maybe a wintry mix through the overnight hours. But believe it or not, the sun came out and we overperformed yesterday. I'll show you those temperatures from yesterday. This is a time lapse from KMNV. Had a nice little beautiful sunrise taking shape yesterday. Clouds were with us. There's that little disturbance swinging its way on through. Disturbance slides off to our south and east, and we saw abundant sunshine. It was a rather breezy and gusty day yesterday. And let's take this off there. Where's my Knoxville temperatures? I don't know why they're not showing up. Anyways, then the clouds started to fill their way back in as our disturbance started to work its way into the area, at which point it moved through and brought us some mostly rain showers through the overnight hours. Listen, if you happen to see any sort of snowfall, which was minimal at best last night, let me know in the chat. All right, yesterday we did top out at 51 degrees. Overperforming for sure. I was only going 45. And the no models had us in the 50s yesterday. So, again, thanks to the warmer temperatures that performed yesterday, we kind of reversed everything. Instead of seeing colder weather and the better potential for some snowfall last night, we actually saw warmer temperatures. And so, therefore, it mitigated the snowfall. Plus, the atmosphere was really, really dry, so it took a while to saturate the atmosphere up. And we still have a few lingering showers hanging out with us here this morning. So let's talk about your weather headlines. We'll take a look at that radar recap here in just a second. Amanda, happy Saturday to you as well. All right, so it's going to be mild. It's going to be breezy today. Not a big deal. Today's going to be a pretty nice Saturday. But tonight, another trough, or the trough itself actually digs its way out into the area, and that's going to tank our temperatures for Sunday. So today's a good kind of an outdoor kind of a day. Temperatures will be pretty seasonable for January. Tomorrow we'll be trending well below average as that colder air swings on through. And that cold ridge of high pressure coming in from Canada is going to be with us as we start the work week. So it's going to be sunny, quiet, dry, but cold. And then we'll have a nice little warming trend by the end of the week with maybe a couple more disturbances on the way. Here's your radar recap. As the storm system moved on through, you can see the precip mask. It shows you snowfall and rainfall. And you can see how we had some snow showers across the highest peaks of the Smokies, had maybe a little bit of snow across the peaks of the Cumberland Mountains and upper East Tennessee, a little bit of flurry activity, but that's really been the extent of it. Ground temperatures are warm. Air temperatures are warm. Actually, we're trending anywhere from about 10 to 25 degrees warmer this morning than what we were yesterday morning. Yeah, it's a wet and soggy start to the day in Powell, isn't it, Lance? All right, so temperatures, though. Again, we talked about this yesterday, and this is why I didn't think we were going to have any issues. If you saw my reports last night on social media, I said, listen, we're not going to have any issues. Well, we're going to wake up with wet roads, and there was multiple things that were going on, but really ground temperatures and air temperatures were trending to be above freezing, and that's exactly where we are this morning. The coldest spots, Crossville, Huntsville, Oneida, and Jamestown, all hovering right around 32 degrees. All right, so our disturbance continues to slide its way on out. We'll see some hit and miss sunshine. I mean, it's a glorious start to the day for sure already, and that's going to be the case throughout the day before our little wave swings on through. That may actually produce a couple of flurries overnight tonight, not expecting a lot. Remember, we've got that disturbance, that trough, which I'll show you here in a second, that's going to dig on through. That's actually still has the potential of producing some light snow showers across the southeastern U.S., but not here for us, although I think some clouds clip us, and it's going to be cold enough overnight tonight as that colder pocket of air swings on through. That could produce a couple of flurries, but that's it. All right, so temperatures today, top out in the 30s, low, mid, and upper 40s. So pretty average weather, a little bit colder across the plateau, and of course the Smoky Mountains. Here comes this deep trough as it digs on in. These are 850 millibar temperatures, gives us a good sign of cold air advection or warm air advection. And well, we have colder air advecting into the area. And so when you look at tomorrow's forecast, if you're heading off to church tomorrow morning, it's cold. We're down to 25 degrees. Lunchtime temperatures only right around 31 on Sunday. Forecast highs only top out in the mid-30s. And then we'll drop down into the low 30s by 7 o'clock if you have evening plans. Precipitation chances over the next 7 days, minimal at best. But again, a couple of waves head our way next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Has the potential of producing a little bit of a rain-snow mixture. 30%. It does not look like it's going to have a lot of moisture. Again, another clipper system coming in from the north that will likely not produce a whole lot of precipitation. But I'll watch it and see what the trends are. Are we trending upwards or downwards when it comes to precipitation here this next week? So, of course, make sure to check back in throughout the week. So we'll go 47 today, 35 tomorrow. Look at those morning lows as that Arctic high pressure builds on in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Look at our morning low temperatures. Well, really, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're talking teens and 20s for morning lows, with Tuesday being the coldest morning on the 7-day forecast. I mean, we're talking single digits and low to mid-teens on Tuesday morning because that cold Arctic high is going to be centered right over East Tennessee. And so that's what's going to drop our temperatures. And look at Tuesday's high temperatures as well. We're only at 34. Then a nice southerly flow picks up, and we're going to see those temperatures climb back to the mid to upper 40s, so more average weather does settle its way back in. Looking above and beyond the 7-day forecast, we do have elevated precipitation chances from the 23rd through the 27th. When you look at the 25th through the 31st, still a little bit more elevated. So I do think that we are going to start to see a little bit more precipitation. Is it going to be in the form of rain or is it going to be in the form of snow? Well, I do actually have some pretty interesting information from the Climate Prediction Center to show you here in just a second. And then when you look at temperatures from the 23rd to the 27th, we'll be trending average to even below average. So I think this January freeze, if you will, is going to be with us. All right, so that just leads me to the point of what I want to share with you here this morning. So the Climate Prediction Center has, they send out, what you're looking at here on this map is also from the Climate Prediction Center. So they predict probabilities of above average to below average temperatures and precipitation. But they also have some experimental products that they work with. And this one caught my eye this morning. And I was like, that's interesting. We'll see what the long range models do. But take a look at this picture here. I screen grabbed this from the Climate Prediction Center's website. And what this is showing you, see, it says experimental. But what this is showing you is notice East Tennessee in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, how it's highlighted in that purple area. And that's from the 24th through the 26th of January. And when you look at it, we are talking snowfall. So a slight risk, 20 to 40% chance of it. It's I don't think it says, does it say on there? No, that's actually heavy snow. So 20 to 40% chance, a slight risk for some heavy snowfall in the purple shaded areas. So that'll be interesting because they've clipped us here. But again, looking at some of the long range models, sure, we still have this troughing taking shape, and yes, we're going to have some disturbances move on through. Heavy snowfall, I wouldn't go that far by any stretch of the imagination at this point of the game, but it caught my eye, so I thought I'd share that with you this morning, going, things that make you go, all right, if you got your forecast, we're going to move right along with the show. It's Saturday. I want you to have a great day. I'm going to go spend some time with some family. It's been an incredibly busy week, but some great opportunities and meetings I've had. I was in meetings all day yesterday, and then I came home, recorded the evening updates, and then I went out and got to hang out with my good friend Abby. So here's a picture of Abby and I from last night. We were at 5 and 30 Lounge at the Hyatt in downtown Knoxville. And so there's a picture of us. She looks fantastic. I hadn't seen her in person for a long time because we've been so busy. And then we have a great picture of, how about this one? This one's coming. This one's with Abby, Heather, and anybody remember Tavion with Channel 10? He was there as well. And Heather's like, I don't know why I'm hugging you like this, but here we go. We're taking a picture and I'm hugging you. So I thought it was pretty funny. And then, of course, at the end of the night, we all got in the elevator and they continued to go out. And I got in my car and came home. I was like, okay, guys, I am tired. I get up early in the morning, 7 days a week. But that was all of us in the elevator. So there's a bunch of Channel 10ers. So big shout out to all the crew from Channel 10. Most of those folks I don't even know anymore. And the one in the back, she is the newest meteorologist with Channel 10. So it was good to see everybody last night. John Becker showed up last night. Saw Beth Haynes last night. Let's see, who else did I see? That was a good old Channel 10. Of course, Rebecca Sweet. I saw her last night as well. I saw Leslie Ackerson. Anybody remember her from the Channel 10 days? So let's see, who else did I see last night? And then most of them were like some of the newbies at Channel 10. So producers and reporters. But I was like, I see you on TV, but I don't even know who you are. So it's crazy how things are kind of flipping over there. And you're going to end up, if you watch Channel 10, you're going to end up with a whole new crew real soon. All right, let's see. What else do I have to share with you? I guess that's all. Those are all the only photos I have to share with you here this morning. So we'll move right along to those national holidays if you want to stick around. And a lot of folks joining us this morning, so thanks for tuning in to Wake Up with Witcher. And if you missed the forecast, remember you can just go over to the East Tennessee Weather app. Shorter version of the forecast today compared to what we've had this week due to the fact that the weather is going to be fairly quiet and benign, albeit definitely on the colder side. So now we go through the National Day calendar. We go through weather history for this date and also world history. So let's take you to today's national calendar. It is January 17th, so of course we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, give us a big shout out. Vera says, love Abby, and I surely will miss her. Morning, David from New Jersey this morning. Let's see. She is a precious person. She's awesome, and we're really good friends, and I'm excited to share with you once she announces what she's going to be doing, unless you follow her. And don't forget to go give her a follow on social media. All right, today is National Popeye the Sailor Man Day. Who does not like... Today's probably a good day to watch Popeye the Sailor Man, or maybe tomorrow. Have a fire in the fireplace tomorrow, make it a lazy Sunday, and just kick back and relax. Popeye the Sailor Man is always a good classic. Of course, the cartoons, but the movie, and I don't remember exactly when that movie was made, but if I recall right, I thought it turned out to be a fairly good movie. I think it's several years old. Today is also National Classy Day. Keep it classy, right? Got Miss White on there. It's also National Use Your Gift Card Day. If you got gift cards for the holidays, get out there and go shopping today. Today's going to be a good shopping day. Tomorrow, you'll need the winter coats, but also making for a rather pleasant shopping day. Today's also National Bootleggers Day. Interesting. And today is National Hot Buttered Rum Day. Have you ever had hot buttered rum? I have never had hot buttered rum. All right, weather history. Let's go back to 2010, and then we'll continue to go back into time. A series of strong Pacific storms impacted Arizona, California, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah on January 17th through the 23rd. This is in 2010, so I was here in East Tennessee, leaving behind several feet of snow. See, Sunrise Mountain, Arizona received 77 inches of snow, while Mammoth Lakes, California received 90 inches. I do remember that, by the way. So much so that the snow was actually piling up to the bottom of the ski resort ski lifts that they had to shut the ski resort down. In 1990, 20 cities across the southeastern half of the country reported record high temperatures for the state. Places like Brownsville, Texas, Williamstown, Pennsylvania, 85 degrees, crazy, and 61 in Pennsylvania. In 1989, strong Chinook winds along the eastern slopes of the Rockies gusted to 90 miles per hour in Rollinsville, Colorado, and 94 in Big Timber, Montana. In 1988, a Pacific storm battered the southern coast of California, winds gusting to 65 miles per hour. In 1987, a winter storm spread snow from the southern Rockies to the middle Mississippi River Valley and the southwestern sections of the Great Lakes region. Freezing rain across Texas and Oklahoma. Snowfall totals up to 16 inches in Texas, 12 inches in Kansas. In 1982, a strong Chinook caused severe wind damage in Boulder. Winds gusted to 118 miles per hour. And the roof of the Environmental Research Laboratories reached all the way up to 137 miles per hour. That's insane. That was 600 feet above the ground at INCAR. In 1972, a single storm unloaded 77.5 inches of snow at the summit of Montana to establish a state record. A single storm unloaded 77 inches. Could you even imagine? That would literally bury my house. Oh my gosh. All right. In 1893, the mercury dipped to 17 degrees below zero in Millsboro, Delaware, to establish a state record. And in 1817, a luminous snowstorm occurred in Vermont and New Hampshire. St. Elmo's fire appeared as static discharges on roof peaks, fences, fence posts, and the hats and fingers of people. The thunderstorms prevailed over the central New England. Pretty cool stuff right there. All right. Today in history across the world. I don't know who that name is, but here's today's daily quote. How dreadful it is when the right judge judges wrong. Fair enough. In 1998, U.S. President Clinton gave his deposition in the Paula Jones sexual assault harassment lawsuit against him. He was the first president to testify as a defendant in a criminal or civil lawsuit. In 1997, a court in Ireland granted the first divorce in the Roman Catholic country's history. In 1997, that's it. That's crazy. In 1945, Soviet and Polish forces liberated Warsaw during World War II. In 1912, English explorer Robert Falcon Scott reached the South Pole. Norwegian Roald Amundsen had beaten them there by 1 month. In 1900, Mormon Brigham Roberts was denied a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives because he practiced polygamy. In 1893, Hawaii's monarchy was overthrown when a group of businessmen and sugar planters forced Queen, you say the name, I can't say the name, to abdicate. And in 1806, James Madison Randolph, grandson of U.S. President Thomas Jefferson, was the first child born in the White House. In the 1806, first child in the White House. That's pretty cool. All right. There's your national holidays. Let's take you out to KMNV, Monroe County Airport, because it's a gorgeous view here this morning. How about that one? Of course, those clouds will move on out. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today, and it's going to be a great day. I see that it's Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew. I don't see it, though. Well, happy birthday, Andrew. Woo. Well, we're so far sorry for your loss there, Krista, and it is going to be a cold funeral if it's outside. Well, at least at the burial, anyways. I was looking for Andrew. Anyways, I don't see Andrew on here, but it's Andrew's birthday. Morning, Bud. Good morning, Bud. How are you this morning? Morning, everyone. A cool and wet start to the day. No snowfall in Morristown on the east side. No precipitation in Sweetwater last night. The concert was awesome. Pam went to the concert. No snow, rain, and very windy in Gatlinburg. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate that. And it was great seeing her yesterday. Abby yesterday on the show. Got a great. Everybody loved seeing her on the show. A lot of folks said you and Abby need to start a digital news and weather update together. I was like, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know how she's going to gather the news by herself. It takes a village to gather the news every day. Ruth, I sure hope you have a great day. Yeah, we're very sorry for your loss, of course. All right, that's all we have here this morning. So I'm thinking we're just going to... Oh, hold on. No, we don't. We have Witcher's pictures to share. Stand by, my friends. Stand by. Let's see what kind of pictures we have. Joey Exum texted me a great picture. Here's Julie at the concert last night. Whoa, tiny Julie. There it is. Repping some East Tennessee weather merch. I love it, Julie. She's always repping the merch. Oh, there we go. It's sideways. We'll rotate that. You don't want to be laying down. How about that? Was it a packed house? I bet it was a packed house last night. Had a great sunset. Elaine Ombre, Friday night blast of color in the Maryville area. This is cool. That's pretty. Elaine does awesome stuff. It's her I guess her company, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know really it's called Behind the Lens. So I guess you could search her and look for Behind the Lens or look for her on social media. Elaine Ombre. All right. Andrew Butler repping some East Tennessee weather gear right there. Look at that. That is fantastic. Love it, Andrew. And let me share this great photo from Joey. This is a phenomenal photo. Let's see if I can get this on here for you. Here we go. Look at that one. That's Joey Exum. He took his drone up there last night. High in the sky. I think that's Loudoun County, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, that is it. Great photos. Don't forget, you can always upload photos through the Witcher's Pictures link or submit photos on the East Tennessee Weather app. So make sure you do that if you have some great photos to pass along. Hey, listen, go kick back, relax, and enjoy your Saturday. We've got a busy Saturday. We've got to continue to purchase things for this kitchen renovation, like tile. Got to return some lights that's going to go over our island. We bought some lights that are way too big. So the wife and I are going to be busy running errands today. But a good day to go run some errands because the weather's going to be nice. It's going to be much colder tomorrow. All right, my friends, I'll see you tomorrow morning for Wake Up with Witcher. Again, a couple of flurries here throughout the overnight hours. Not expecting any issues whatsoever. A little wave and a few clouds. So we'll see increasing sunshine and then increasing clouds tonight and then more sunshine, but colder air settles in tomorrow. Sunny and cold to start the week and then increasing temperatures next week with a few disturbances that we'll be tracking over the next several days as well. If you're joining on the app and you joined in late and missed the full forecast, of course, you can always click over on the full forecast or Witcher's 1 Minute Weather. But more importantly, I can send you right back to the 24-hour channel right there at the top, front and center on the East Tennessee Weather app, and you'll get the forecast here in just a moment. All right, enjoy your day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. Standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley just like it should. So you color